we move on to the Canadian Grand Prix with finally getting some upgrades. They're not due yet, but hopefully going to be soon. We just need to look at our bank balance, and well, it's negative still. Let's hope this race can cheer us up from our financial situation.
And Brazil, and there goes Prost! Off, as did Arnoux. My goodness, what about Patrese now? Oh my goodness, this is fantastic! Senna is trying to go through on the inside, and it's happened immediately! This is amazing! Senna goes on for the first corner! Big position, and out goes Piquet! My goodness! I couldn't help it, and take back, oh my goodness!
We're going to try not looking at that balance too much, but it is there. And in all honesty, I think Alain Prost might be the issue. If we get some money, I might have to look at just signing a driver on a lot less to build us back up. It could be that we sacrifice having a world champion just to satisfy money needs. I hope it doesn't get to that point, but with the races not being every week, it does hurt a bit that we rely on bonuses. Not much else has happened between now and the race, so reality, we've just got to get into this thing and hope that it goes well. I must have already chosen my, what do you call them, projections and such like, because I didn't realise we were going to go straight into it. But yeah, I'll obviously come back with our strategy and hopefully we've done well in qualifying. So I bet you didn't expect to see this coming into this episode. Alain Prost, Michael Schumacher 1 and 2, Williams 6 and 7, McLaren is 15th and 16th, no, that's 16th and 17th even. Yeah, we have had some good fortune in this one. So in reality, what has happened is that the McLarens didn't go out early enough in Q1, and by the time the rain came, that was them out, and each session kind of started off dry and went to rain pretty quick, and the Williamses also just wouldn't go out quick enough. Probably an AI glitch, but we're going to take advantage of that, and we're going to be happy with that. Now we move on to strategy. So we're in it for the long haul, a medium to hard stint. That's going to be our best bet at hopefully winning and keeping these podiums. Extra 4 laps of fuel on both cars so we can just push from the start and pull away as quickly as possible. There's quite a few cars between us and everyone else, so hopefully they're slow enough that it holds us up. It is the Benetton, I'm pretty sure, and they're not a slow car, so we got to make sure we get that, and that hopefully then progresses to small gains later on in the lap, and then Williams struggle to get past. That's my plan anyway. Yeah, it has to be a push from the start. We are leading this one. Make sure, guys, to like and comment down below where you think they'll finish. Will we hold on to this podium? Love to read the comments as they come in and you're at this point where you think they're going to finish. There's a lovely view of the drivers, but we're going to get into this one. A nice sunny day in the Villeneuve circuit. And 4 red lights, then 5. And we are away for the Canadian Grand Prix. Prost pulling away. Absolutely amazingly, De Cesaris going on the inside of Schumacher there. I'm going to quickly get there. There's been a big incident behind us. I don't know who's involved there. I can just see debris everywhere. And the 3 cars at the front are away. I can't remember the last time I saw a turn 1 incident. I'm hoping, yeah, let's have a look at this. That was absolutely insane. What the hell happened? Who was involved? So these are some of these slower cars that have been made up the top. And, oh, they slow the Williams down. Oh my god, and on fire is one of them. Well, that's really held up a load of the cars there. Well, now we're in a great bit of space. Patrese, quite a bit down the road, hasn't got a lot, well, no, sorry, he's got a lot of laps to catch us, but we should hopefully have enough speed that that doesn't affect us. Mansell's been dropped right back. Senna and Berger's still quite far as well. Yeah, okay, we'll take this, The 2 Ferrari boys and De Cesaris and the Benetton get to battle it out. Schumacher trying to sneak it round the outside of Prost. He's not going to manage it that easily on a world champion. He's got to think of better moves than that at turn 1. Probably look for a main straight more than anything else, but he is right there with him. De Cesaris also holding on, having a lot of speed in that Benetton. You know, our car is going to struggle for a bit of time, but we've got those upgrades coming in that have financially bankrupted us again. but they should help us progress quite a bit with this car, I'm hoping, as long as the other teams haven't caught up. It's one thing that I did mention in the pre-intro bit that I've now lost, was that we may have to look at getting rid of Prost to financially recuperate, but the cost of breaking his contract plus the cost to hire another driver, it could be a while away, but I think his salary that we ridiculously offered him has hurt us badly. So here we go, Schumacher is going to try it on Prost, he's going to try the outside, which turns the inside for turn 2. They get very close there, and that looks like Schumacher has secured a first place. Prost, though, is definitely not going to give up on that one, he is surely not. He's a quick driver, and as quick as Schumacher is, Prost definitely has the edge on him 90% of the time. So we'll wait and see how he gets on with this, and now re-attack for first place. There's been another crash. This time it's at the third chicane. I've not seen who's involved yet. It's definitely helping out other cars. Let's have a look. You know, we don't want McLaren to be building up, but they are certainly getting a lot further forward. So what happens here? Oh, was that a third car hit as well? I couldn't quite see. Don't know if they caught the back of the car leading there. As we cut back, Michael Schumacher is really defending hard to Prost there. As De Cesaris tried a different kind of tactic to almost unsettle Prost. It doesn't work. We've now got 5 cars out within 7 laps. This is a busy race, this one. I've got to be careful I don't push these guys too hard, but at the same time, we've got a lot of work to do to catch up on points, and yeah, this is the only way to do it. So you can see the tyre graph there. That's where we're going to get hurt. I don't know, I think I read that it had been a bit of an issue for AI compared to user cars. But yeah, that is why they are sticking with us. They are on just as equally worn soft tyres, whereas on the medium, as Prost did go for a move down there. So used to Prost being at the front there. Yeah, and now he's coming back at him, though. Prost on the outside. There's been another crash. This time it's at the Wall of Champions as De Cesaris is going down the inside of Schumacher, and Schumacher's lost 2 places in as many corners, but he's going to fight back with De Cesaris to keep the place. And yeah, he's going to just about keep it. Hopefully, can he get through the next chicane safely? We've also had crashes. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's actually registered. There was a yellow flag. Not sure where it was. I'm not really interested at this point because we have Schumacher losing the position now, and Patrese is also there to try and snatch it. As Schumacher moves back into second place. No! I have no words to describe what I just watched there. That hurt. That hurt quite a bit. So I've been zooming along because you can't actually get out of these races without skipping along time as quickly as possible. I'm quite interested to see that Senna and Berger have made it up that high. People are pitting and moving around, but yeah, how are they doing that? De Cesaris there in the pits has lost all his positions that he'd gained. And Patrese and Brundle, yeah, so the McLarens are back in the lead of the race after starting 16th and 17th. Oh, Berger's in. Okay, makes it all good then. Makes it all good. To show further what just a cataclysmic race is, if you look, 8 drivers have gone out in this one. It rates 4 penalties. Schumacher got a penalty. It was his fault. Penalty's not really going to do much at this point when he's DNF'd. I will admit that I said that I had to restart because the recording stopped. What actually happened in that one was Schumacher locked up and crashed on his own with no one around in the first chicane actually. And at that point, I obviously got the red flag. I was surprised with the red flag. Yeah, that was it. He came back across track, wiped a few others out. I turned towards my recording software, which is on this side for me, and just saw it was frozen, so I couldn't really do anything at that point. I can't stop it and re-record it. I can't even recover the recording, which is really frustrating, as that's just said Mansell crashed in turn 1. I should have paid attention there. We're now at 10 cars out. De Cesaris and Mansell haven't been the most recent. So yeah, it's a bit of an infuriating one. I thought about adding this on as an additional part of the next episode, but I've been a bit of time since I gave you guys, I think it's been about a week for this one, so I'm still going to release this. It's just going to be a shorter episode. Hopefully I've got some more bits I can do at the end of this one to actually show you some progress or show something. But I suspect that this is financially gonna hurt us more because we have to build emergency parts, which we don't have the money for. So at the end of that, well, let's be honest, clusterfuck of a race, the McLarens have come out on top, 1 and 2. Luckily, didn't get the fastest lap. Not that that makes much of a difference at this point in time. Nice thing to note, Lotus scored 3 points. Happy for them. But yeah, it's McLaren and Williams at the top, who we were trying to avoid beating us, and instead crashed into each other. So we've lost a place to Martin Brundle for Schumacher. That's not something you thought you'd ever read. Alain Prost continues to, unfortunately, lose points there to the top guys. And in the Constructors, well, nothing much different other than it's now a 21-point gap to second. This is looking a bit painful. I'm a bit worried that we're going to come out of this with a lot less money. We still made money, in fact, so that as a pleasant surprise. So hopefully once I've loaded into this, we have got a positive balance. We do 1.6 million, so we're not going to be totally abused by needing points. Thought I'd show you guys development needed more for Schumacher. Going to put his racecraft up. He is slowly getting there. His potential and everything is great, obviously. It's Michael Schumacher, so don't have to worry there. David's going to have a point. We probably put his pace up, because he is a bit slow at the moment. So I was right, the second car missing parts. It's the suspension, but because we have enough time to build it, it's only costs 100,000 rather than an emergency build of 1 million. And so we can build that within our finances and have it in time for the next race. You can see our development here. That is 10 days and 22 days wait for new designs. That is good stuff. That is really what we need to see. We can't look at refurbishing facilities yet. That's not quite on the cards. If I show you our home screen, the next race is the Mexican Grand Prix. Historically, this was a tough one last year for us, if I remember right. I think Prost did well, but again, another one Schumacher started to fall off from. We won't get the upgrades before then, so if I have a quick look at the circuits, it should be the French Grand Prix that we get just before, well, we get our upgrades just before it, sorry. And will we have time to manufacture them? I don't know. I'm hoping so. It could be a tricky one to get in time, but we do need something, and the French Grand Prix would be a good one to get that. And then I think Silverstone is when our upgrades after that come about. We've got a good path going. It's just whether we can keep those finances up. As I said, I may have to let Alain Prost go at this rate just because he's eaten up our finances. If we have a look at his contract, 19.5 million. If he gets second, he gets 150 grand. It costs 15 million to break, so we're not getting rid of that anytime soon. It doesn't actually say the breakdown in this. It was actually in my finances, if I can find that. In our reoccurring, our driver costs, this is where we're having the issues. Facilities and driver costs. I've went a bit OTT, basically, with everything. That's a monthly projection of -1.5 million. So that comes out in issues because the races aren't every week. And that's my biggest problem that I've come across. So this is unfortunately a lot shorter episode than I normally would have. As I said, I thought about adding to making Grand Prix, but we still got enough in here, I think, that we can make something of it. I hope you guys have still enjoyed, even though it was chaos. And hopefully I'll be able to quickly enough bring you the Mexican Grand Prix in the next one. So until then, guys, take care.